Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Washington football team.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the bearded one in his 17th season in the NFL, the well-traveled Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Giants, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Fitzpatrick and the rest of the Washington offense back out onto the field. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
They got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Jones. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in Week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On the ground. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 25. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that's complete to Shepard. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Barkley. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Booker, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Devontae Booker, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Giants are able to grow their lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's Devontae Booker that's able to finish it off with a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Washington ready to try again on offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Gibson here running out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. Fitzpatrick. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Throwing Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Jones. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. Off play action. Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there, so I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And the Washington offense heading out. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on,
with desire. That's to Galladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Galladay, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Giants are able to widen their lead here in this first half. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one. It's going to be over by halftime, and CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away, but this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. He's been pretty effective so far, solid numbers yardage-wise, but the fumble last time, that's what he's thinking about. Has to be a little bit more secure.
Yeah, he does. Would you yell at him right here?
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Dexter Lawrence. What a... by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, it's Thomas. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
On the return, Jackson. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. From the 44, Jones. He'll get this one to Galladay. Jones to Galladay there for a Giant first. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. On 2nd and 9, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he's got this down to the 35. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Giants open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Fitzpatrick. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So we've reached... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw. Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They'll try and throw for it here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He'll get it up the middle, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the Sticks moving.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. This to McLaurin out on the left side. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Fitzpatrick's throw taken in by Samuel. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Fitzpatrick escapes the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. Yeah, nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. New York's offense back out there and set to go. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
High throw, but he makes the catch. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On 2nd and 10, Jones flushed out right. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. And he's a little bit on the... And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be... So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you're doing across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. Fitzpatrick to throw it. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down. Fitzpatrick. That one caught by Gibson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And Fitzpatrick's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Fitzpatrick again. That's Samuel caught left side. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Six yards left on second down. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Washington on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Leonard Williams drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. The Giants on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his right. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as a to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Fitzpatrick now. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Fitzpatrick to his tight end Thomas for the Washington first. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Fitzpatrick. Got a man. It's Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Running again with Barkley on second down. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll go to Barkley again. And some space here. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 111 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
You. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throw him deep for Galladay. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And Fitzpatrick's throw complete there to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Here's Fitzpatrick. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. First down, Fitzpatrick. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Giants come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Washington, they will indeed limp to the finish line, unfortunately, as they close out.